Hey everybody, welcome back to Popcorn Roulette. This is a new YouTube channel, so go ahead and hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we release new films. My name is Jonathan, and I'm doing a chronological watch-along of all of Star Wars. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the Star Wars Always trailer and Darth Maul Apprentice, the fan film. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that video. We released it on May the 4th, and it's the first in our series of a giant Star Wars watch-along marathon. And in this video, we're going to be watching The Phantom Menace as our second installment of this marathon. Love this. I'm super excited. This is so much a part of my childhood. First Star Wars I saw in theaters. You know, obviously I watched the original trilogy before that and fell in love with Star Wars before those came out. But the board games, the books, the video games that came around the prequel trilogy just shaped me as a nerd, as a fan, and as a person, honestly. And it hasn't stopped since. Of course, you can see some of our set pieces here that will be... maybe we'll do some different set pieces each time. Who knows? You'll have to tell us if you spot any differences in the comments of each one of these videos. Anyway... I am super excited. I hope you're super excited to kind of do this huge chronological watch-along in preparation for the Ahsoka series when it comes out, so that we can do reactions as they come out with you then. If you would like to watch the full watch-along with us, go ahead over onto Patreon, where you can watch all of our full watch-alongs, the full watch-along versions of all of our highlight videos there. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Horrible Palpatine. Ha ha! Ra-da-da-da! Yeah! Oh, it's the best thing ever, man. Episode 1. The Phantom Menace. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. We're hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of don't judge me. Deadly battleships. The Greedy Trade Federation. You know you do it! Every time you watch it, you know you read this out loud. The Greedy Trade Federation has stopped the shipping the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates the alarming change against the Supreme has secretly dispatched two Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict. Now you might be wondering here, hey, why do y'all have a ginormous Star Wars fan doing a Star Wars reaction video? That's a great question. Well, I learned that I've never done a full chronological watch along, especially all the new stuff like with Rogue One, Solo, Obi-Wan, Andor, The Mandalorian, you know, the Clone Wars stuff, and like fan films. So that's why we're doing it.
As you know,
and I will never turn down a chance to watch Star Wars.
And we'd be happy to receive
the ambassadors. Dude, when I was a kid and this came out, my whole life changed.
We are greatly honored by your visit, ambassadors. Make yourselves comfortable.
This opening sequence, listen, I love this movie so much.
I have a bad feeling about this. It's not about the mission master.
Qui-Gon's so chill, man.
Elsewhere, elusive.
I think the way that these two exist together is one of my favorite portrayals of a master Padawan dynamic. Like, Qui-Gon is just so chill, and all of the stress and angst is carried through Qui-Gon.
These Federation types are cowards. The negotiations...
Even in, like, stressful situations, Qui-Gon's just chill. Dude, chill. So chill. Never stress on his face until the moment.
They're here to force a settlement.
Distract them. I will contact Lord Sidious.
I will contact Lord Sidious.
Send a droid.
And I love that the first droid that they made in these prequels and showed to everyone was, you know.
The blockade is finished. We dare not go against the Jedi.
Viceroy, I don't want this stunted.
It's so great. Love Star Wars. Vroom, vroom. Begin landing your troops.
Is that legal?
I will make it legal.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched my reaction to Darth Maul Apprentice,
Kill them immediately.
Yes.
it's cool how it sets up both Maul as like just a dope Sith who can like take on anything, but also Sidious / Palpatine in like the idea that as Palpatine he makes things happen that Sidious wants to happen. And so like in the Darth Maul Apprentice video when he sends like Palpatine probably sends those Jedi to that planet because Sidious wants Maul to fight them kind of thing.
What is going on down there?
We lost the transmission, sir.
Have you ever encountered a Jedi?
Every single Star Wars millennial fan, whoever had a toy lightsaber back in the day, did the whole twirl force push because of that. You cannot.
Close the blast doors!
And right here, you know those like the extendable toy lightsabers where you push in and out. When he stabs it into the door right here, you know you did it. We went up to a wall and you stuck it in and you were just like.
Shield generators!
Oh, another one of those teams. You could have like one of those and somebody else. I forgot who it was.
This is an odd play for the Trade Federation. We've got to warn the Naboo and contact Chancellor Valorum. Let's split up. Stow aboard separate ships and meet down on the planet.
That's why, like, you gotta feel good. Like, these were the films, my first films in theaters as a Star Wars fan. Like, you've got to feel so happy for kids whose first Star Wars film they got to see in theater were the sequels. They got Star Wars in their eyes at the movie theaters. Pretty dope, man.
I have word that the Chancellor's ambassadors are with you now, and that you have been commanded to reach a settlement.
I know nothing of any ambassadors.
Beware, Viceroy.
Also, watching these gives me the opportunity to be that guy at your friend's movie night who knows all this stuff and annoys everybody by saying all this stuff. But I can just do it on a video and not annoy anybody. Well, you might be annoyed, I don't know. But it's like Lord of the Rings fans. When you're watching Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers with your friends, and Aragorn kicks the helmet, you're like, did you know that Viggo Mortensen actually broke his toe?
Our security volunteers will be no match against the battle-hardened Federation army.
I will not condone a course of action
That would lead us to war. I mean, you're already there. Oh, the music's so good. One of the coolest stories in recent Star Wars lore is Ahmed Best, the actor who plays Jar Jar Binks.
My friend might have been banished. Might have forgotten. The bosses would do terrible things to me.
Terrible things to me.
If they find us, they will crush us, grind us into tiny pieces,
blast
and blast us into oblivion.
Your point is well seen. This way.
Leave in the comments your favorite part of Phantom Menace.
How much further?
We are going underwater, okay, Dave? I might warning you. Gungans no liking outsiders, so...
Also, I think it'd be really cool if we can get, I don't know, these first two films or first two reactions in the series that we're doing to 1,000 likes. Maybe. 1,000 likes. I'll cosplay and my Jedi cosplay. Yeah, I'll do it for the start of for New Hope. If we can get these first two reaction videos in this series to 1,000 likes, I will cosplay as a Jedi for A New Hope. Let's do it. We can do it. I could have either undersold the likes or oversold. But we can do it. We can do it. I love that there's something in this film that
this army of mechanics of death
didn't just become a part of like Star Wars going forward, became a part of pop culture. in general, and I'll tell you when we get there. It's not too far.
We shall no like the Naboo.
I'm sure that came from something else before this.
Think they so
But
smarty. They
think their brains so big.
Once those droids take control of the surface, they will...
I love the underground city, man. It looks so cool.
We could use a transporter.
We shall give you sa una bongo. The speediest
So
way.
cool. Is going through the planet core.
Thank you for your help. We leave in peace.
Master, what's a bongo?
A transporter, I hope.
It's always interesting to me. Obviously, when you talk about like the light and the dark side, there's obviously specific parts of the power of the Force that is tapped in, you know, for the dark side, things, you know, fueled by anger, Force lightning, Force choking. You don't necessarily do that with...
Why were you banished, Jar Jar?
It's a long ortello, but a small part of it would be Miss.
Clumsy. Oh, baby. It's coming up. The pop culture moment's coming up. Pretty sure you know where I'm going with it.
Big Goobavitch! Huge on teeth!
Whoa. Here it comes.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Queen Amidala is young and naive. You will find controlling her much more difficult.
Or Maxie bit the Force. Well, that smells stinky with.
Never did it.
We shall die in here.
Relax, we're not in trouble yet.
What yet? Monsters out there.
Lincoln in here. All sinking and no power.
Relax.
You overdid it.
Friends back. I love that sound effect.
Head for that outcropping.
Oh, boy.
Ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba-bum-bum. The little pustules on the bottom of her dress. It's one of those, like, what is the purpose of those little amber pods down there? Pshoo! That looks like Epcot at Disney World. Disney officials, if you watch this, just let me know the royalties that I'll get from this. A Naboo section. Put Naboo in the World Showcase. Leave a comment down in the comments if you want Naboo to have its own section at Epcot.
Point of view.
You saw that. That would work perfectly, Disney people. You know what I'm talking about.
Captain, take them to Camp 4. Roger, roger.
We wouldn't be able to take anything away. Just add a little section in the World Showcase. Have some Naboo drinks, cuisine, lifestyle. You know what I mean? Architecture. It's not so outlandish that you couldn't do it. It's based on, you know, our architecture, obviously. Hey, look at Keira Knightley standing in for Natalie Portman right there. Doing a great job, too. It took me till full-grown adulthood to realize that Keira Knightley was the double there. Because I became a big Jane Austen fan.
We should leave the street, Your Highness.
Get their weapons.
Oh, these the guy's bomb bag.
So cool.
We're ambassadors for the Supreme Chancellor.
Your negotiations.
I think as a kid, the reason that like we fell in love with this is we got to see like Jedi in their like full glory. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously in the original trilogy you saw Obi-Wan, but he was old and slower. And Vader's very methodical, and Luke was still, you know...
Need her to sign a treaty to make this invasion of theirs legal. They can't afford to kill
Especially
her.
Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Like, man, Jedi, and they're just...
Either choice presents great danger to us all.
We are brave, Your Highness.
If you are to leave, Your Highness.
Did you notice that? How she's... When actual Queen said something, she was like, she put her head down and she didn't keep eye contact. That's a really cool detail.
I'll deal with that.
Fake Padmé looked at actual Padmé. When actual Padmé said something, looked away. Didn't keep eye contact. Really cool detail I never noticed before. Go! John Williams is just like, you know what I mean? Really and truly the GOAT. Active camouflage. Naboo cruisers in their style. Hello, boyos.
There's the blockade.
Classic starship. Like, not even Star Wars, just like sci-fi starship.
Shield generator's been hit.
Hey, look, it's you, but orange.
How?
R2.
We're losing droids, fast.
If we can't get the shield generator fixed, we'll be sitting ducks.
The shields are gone.
If there's one droid in the entire galaxy who can do it, it's that little guy right there. The true main character of Star Wars, R2-D2.
That little droid did it.
Like, just think about it.
Bypassed the main power.
Imagine where the galaxy would be if it wasn't for that little droid right there.
There's not enough power to get us to Coruscant. The hyperdrive is leaking.
We don't make it to Attack of the Clones. You know what I mean?
How can you be sure?
Listen, financially it might be poor, but...
You can't take a Royal Highness there.
An influence? Ugh.
We landed on a system controlled by the Federation, except that the Hutts aren't looking for us. That's the advantage.
It's always interesting when you talk like blockading an entire planet with like 10 ships. There are certain lanes that ships go through. They can't just like leave the other side of the planet and just like jump that way. They have to come all the way. And this is like the lane that they would have to actually leave the system from. It's just so interesting. I love sci-fi. The hyperspace lanes. So all you have to do is blockade the hyperspace lanes.
Without a doubt, it saved the ship as well as our lives.
What is its number?
R2-D2, Your Highness.
I can imagine if that guy was like a super Star Wars fan, that actor, and he got to say in the chronology of Star Wars, the first person to say R2's name. Pretty cool.
You're a Gungan, aren't you? How'd you end up here with us?
Mine or not. Me say day starting pretty okie day with the brisky morning munching. Getting very scared and grabbing that Jedi and pow.
Me say
here.
I love Star Wars.
The hyperdrive generator's gone, Master. We'll need a new one.
That'll complicate things. I sense a disturbance in the Force.
I feel it also, Master.
It's all them metachlorians over there and that little boy.
The son doing murder to Misa Skin.
Wait!
The spaceport is not going to be pleasant.
The Queen wishes it. She's curious about the planet.
It's the Queen, man. You kind of gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Moisture farms for the most part.
I never noticed that costume. The big like dome thing in his head. You know, like when you drive the same path in a car all the time, but then when you're the passenger driving in that lane, you notice things you never noticed before because you're the driver and you're not paying attention to stuff. That's what I feel. Like I never just like look in the peripherals. You always focus on the main characters. When you look in the background, you're like, fun things you see.
I need parts for a J-type 327 Nubian.
Like that R2 in the back. Never noticed getting a little oil bath right there.
You'll find what you need.
Don't touch anything.
Oh, I loved these droids.
My mom and I were sold to Gardulla the Hutt, but she lost us betting on the pod races.
You're a slave?
I'm a person.
Name is Anakin. Oh, buddy.
I'm the only one hereabouts who has one, but they might as well buy a new ship. It would be cheaper, I think. How's they gonna pay for all of this?
One of the best video games ever. One of my favorite video games ever. I think it was for GameCube, the pod racing game. And that game was so much fun.
What, you think you're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around? Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. No parts, no deal.
No parts, no deal.
We shall be robbed and crunched.
Not likely. We have nothing of value. That's our problem.
The Force chooses who wins and loses. You need a solution to get off the planet with Anakin with you, because that's the Force wants. Force will find a way for you. Present a solution for you.
Hey, you want my longer?
Why did I not have more nightmares about that guy? That dude's freaky, man.
Your buddy here was about to be turned into orange goo. He picked a fight with a Doug, an especially dangerous.
Are there any Jedi Dougs?
That's the last thing Misa wants.
Nevertheless, the boy is right. You're heading
Leave
into
a comment with
Thanks, my young friend.
one of your favorite, most obscure races who have force sensitives in the universe. I want to know.
Do you have shelter? You'll never reach the outskirts in time. Sandstorms are very dangerous. I'll take you to my place.
Come on! I'll take you to my place.
Where is everybody?
Oops.
Where is everyone?
We have been introduced. Pleasure to meet you. I am C-3PO human cyborg relation.
Oh, there you are.
I beg your pardon, but what do you mean, naked?
Parts are showing.
Parts are showing.
I've been working on a scanner to try and locate mine.
Any attempt to escape,
And they blow you up.
How rude.
I want some blue milk. Blue milk's delicious. Tastes like lychee. It's delicious.
I'm the only human who can do it.
You must have Jedi reflexes if you race parts.
You're a Jedi Knight, aren't you?
What makes you think that?
I often think about, because I'm a big gamer too, but I often thinking about if you could go back and forget something, like a video game or a film, and experience it all over again for the first time.
Have you come to free us?
No, I'm afraid not.
I think you have. Why else would you be here?
We're hiding a queen from a evil trade organization, separatists.
Is there anyone friendly to the Republic who can help us?
Mom, you say the biggest problem in this universe is nobody helps each other.
Oh, buddy.
I may not like it, but he can help you. He was meant to help you.
Are you sure about this?
Nope.
Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know? The Queen will not approve.
He's not trusting the boy. He's trusting the Force. And the intuition it's giving him.
Oh, not bad, huh, Nubian, huh?
It's in good order, except for the parts I need.
What would the boy ride?
I mean, it makes sense. He can't get off the planet anyway.
If we lose, you keep my ship. Either way, you win.
Deal.
High five.
What if this plan fails, Master? We could be stuck here a very long time.
Well, it's too dangerous to call for help.
Love to imagine there's a whole day of filming for Ewan McGregor in the ship soundstage, where he was just getting different camera angles of him saying his one lines into his radio.
He has
special powers.
So we're moving on to when you question this Qui-Gon's decision. Then in an hour after lunch, we're gonna go and move to the scene where you question this thing that he's doing, and then you.
He deserves better than a slave's life.
It'd be a very fun day.
I carried him. I gave birth. I raised him. I can't explain what happened. Can you help him?
The flippin' chosen one, dude.
I'm in the Boonta race tomorrow.
Oh, no, you're okay, Annie.
You've been working on that thing for years. It's never gonna run. Come on.
It's never gonna run.
I find that Jar Jar creature to be a little odd.
You don't say, C-3PO.
My marriage. Hurry, stomach. Hurry.
You're quite right. He's very odd indeed.
Moisture farming. What an interesting idea. I don't want to stop. I want to watch all 9 tonight. Let's watch all 9 films tonight. You want to do it?
Ow!
Good as new.
Annie, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Checking your blood for infections. Go on.
Lies.
Obi-Wan.
Yes, Master.
I need an analysis of this blood sample I'm sending you.
Wait a minute.
I need a
I wonder how close to possible that is. Sending...
The reading is off the chart.
It's pretty much,
Over 20,000.
Even Master Yoda
Over 20,000. There's so many things from like sci-fi that are real now, or that are like you can see like the beginning stages of things that make them real. Like I wonder like something like that, like in Star Trek the little scanners where they can like scan what's wrong with you, like those exist in very small cases. And gosh, one of the greatest characters ever.
Oh no!
Twi'lek.
Why do you think that?
He always wins.
Thanks, George.
Betting heavily on the Sebulba.
I'll wager my new racing pod against the boy and his mother.
No pod is worth 2 slaves, not by a long shot.
Listen to Aslan. Listen to him.
Blue, it's the boy. Red, his mother. But you won't win the race. Bona pakisa. Tolpada banki mabuti chanaga. Owanamiti chopoda.
Oh, you talk it up, little flying man.
You've never won a race?
Well, not exactly.
Not even finished?
Kitster's right. I will this time.
Of course you will.
It's such a cool idea. So, like, I mean, look at the difference in, like, mentalities between a Jedi Master and certain Jedi Masters, specifically Qui-Gon, who, like, is so in touch with the Force and its will, basically, that he, more than most, is so trusting of it. He's just, like, he goes along with everything because he knows the Force is going to do what it does. Like, there will be he is an instrument of the Force, and so there will be a solution to the problem the Force puts in front of him. Where, like, an apprentice doesn't know that yet, and so, or a Padawan doesn't know that yet, even a knight, and so you can see the angst and the doubt and the questioning and stuff. And and Qui-Gon's just like, just trust it, man.
Voltec KT9 Ross. And back again, it's the mighty Dud Bolt with that
So I wonder if Obi-Wan knew all of the betting and stuff that has been going on, he'd be like, come on, what are we doing here? In fact, for people like Qui-Gon, it's almost like you are in a race, you're on a skateboard going down a hill or whatever, and you just gotta trust your instincts, trust that you're just gonna make it down safe. And you go with whatever twists and turns you need to, and the Force will make it happen.
As the Wahota Shag Dobiliano.
Scrawny dough pot, Slimo.
Yokato Banta Pudu.
No, you're bantha fodder, jerkface.
Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think. Use your instincts.
I will.
Skywalker theme is the greatest piece of music that's ever been created, ever.
Is he nervous?
He's fine.
Didn't answer the question. Lucas really did change the entire landscape of film with Star Wars, creating like all the film companies, Skywalker and Sound, Industrial Light and Magic, just for A New Hope, to see how influential those two companies are in the film space, and how they still are it was so funny when the first new Star Trek film came out and you watch the credits and it's just like Skywalker Sound, Industrial Light and Magic. You're like, they're even doing Star Trek. Star Wars is doing Star Trek. You look at Star Wars, you look at like in any kind of like art form. It's like flying Beggar's Canyon back home. Oh, so cool! At least the droid's okay, you know?
Looks like Skywalker's moving up the field.
Skywalker.
He has to complete 2 more circuits. Yeah.
Did you know that the last name Skywalker was gonna be Starkiller? Did they change it? I know things. And then they later used Starkiller as a ship that actually killed stars. It was a ship that had such power it could destroy planets. And then they used Starkiller in the sequels. It's me pushing my glasses up. Nice. It's so crazy. If you played the Pod Racer video game for GameCube back in the day, tell me who your favorite Pod Racer to use was. I've done a lot of say this down in the comments during this video, and I like it.
Skywalker's been forced onto the service ramp.
In the game, you could go up there and get like a special boost. Or like there was like a collectible you'd have to collect by going up that ramp or something like that. It's Skywalker!
It's Skywalker!
I love Star Wars. Oh my gosh. Adversity makes heroes. Someone who overcomes adversity, that's someone you can root for right there. That's why even a small thing like the villain going up to his car and breaking something off can be so useful in a story like this. That little human being is out of his mind. Poo-too.
Pojo.
Mom, I did it! Yeah!
Hey. Oh, Jabba. If only you knew the torment his son would cause you. Spoilers,
it's so
sorry.
wonderful, Annie. You have brought hope to those who have none.
We'll be
I'm
seeing
so
that
very
in a couple
proud
months.
of you.
Again, this is the second installment in the Star Wars chronological watch-along marathon. That rhymed. My first ever chronological watch-through of all of Star Wars.
Everything. Whenever you gamble, my friend, eventually you lose.
Limited series TV shows and all.
Shop later on so you can release the boy.
You can't have him. It wasn't a fair bet.
Oh, really now, friend? Look, it's a Darth Maul thing.
I'm sure they can settle this.
Take it.
It's so cool going back, like, because, you know, there are times when I'm sure all of you, you know, Star Wars crazies like me, there's sometimes you go and watch these, like, over and over again, but you have a long breaks between. It's so cool going back and watching. When the most thing I'm most excited about is seeing the threads, because obviously, like, Jabba and, you know, there's just the name Skywalker and Tatooine and all of these, like, plot points that are threads throughout, like, all of Star Wars, basically. But watching it in chronological order, all of it through, is going to be really cool to see more that maybe I don't think about as often.
You're no longer a slave.
Did you hear that?
Now you can make your dreams come true, Annie. You're free.
Like the threads of influence of all these things. Small or big.
Is he to become a Jedi?
Our meeting was not a coincidence.
You mean I get to
like,
come
I know
with you and your starship?
We're on Tatooine a lot. But it's like, you know, it's cool that the small nothing burger of a planet could have influenced this massive galaxy.
And pack your things. We haven't much time.
Yippee!
Man, I want to watch that friggin' Star Wars Always trailer again. That thing got me hyped.
Is she free too?
I tried to free your mother, Annie.
Sorry, buddy.
Water wouldn't have it.
You're coming with us, aren't you, Mom?
Diddle, bud. It's alright, man.
Thank you.
I'll I'll watch after him. You have my word. Will you be all right?
Qui-Gon has put his hand on her shoulder many times.
I'm gonna miss working on you. You've been a great pal. I'll make sure Mom doesn't sell you or anything.
R2. All those influential threads throughout everything. Also, if you haven't seen the poster, like the original promotional posters to this film that were released back in the day, there is one of him standing next to a sandstone building and his shadow reflecting onto the wall.
I will come back and free you, Mom. I promise.
No.
Spoiler alert, he's Darth Vader. If you didn't know at this point, welcome. The prequels are the story of the young Anakin Skywalker turning to Darth Vader. It's go time, baby. Yeah, that'd be so confusing. Like, you haven't seen a Sith in, or even heard of a Sith in how long? And then all of a sudden one pops up out of nowhere. And just like a freaking... Qui-Gon's just like, whatever, lightsaber, boom, 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 boom. Like...
He was after the Queen.
What are we gonna do about it?
We should be patient. Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So good. I'm so happy.
This invasion will gain you nothing. We're a democracy. The people have decided.
Tuck him away.
Tuck him away.
My troops are in position to begin searching the swamps for these rumored underwater villages. They will not stay hidden for long.
The death toll is catastrophic. We must bow to their wishes. You must contact me.
Contact me.
Many things will change when we reach the capital, Annie. But my caring for you will remain.
I care for you too.
Miss your mother.
Oh, it's got some creepy vibes.
Coruscant. The entire planet is one big city. There's Chancellor Valorum's shuttle. And look over there. Senator Palpatine is waiting for us.
But what does the other side of the planet look like? You know what I mean? You've got like the capital here with all the cool stuff. Like the Manhattan of, of Coruscant. The opera, the Senate building, the Jedi Temple.
Welcome, Your Highness. It's an honor to finally meet you in person.
Thank you, Supreme Chancellor.
I must relate to you how distressed...
Thank you, Supreme Chancellor.
There is a question of procedure, but I'm confident we can overcome it.
I must speak with the Jedi Council immediately.
Imagine the pressure she's under, right? So...
More complicated.
Again, spoilers. I don't know if you figured it out by now.
Annie,
she's queen. And the person who's queen right now isn't actually queen. That's Keira Knightley. That's her trusted double. Like the pressure she's under. Like right now, they are in the Capitol, and she cannot break whatsoever. She's not the queen, but she has to present herself, for all intents and purposes, to everyone here. She is the queen, and she has to say the right thing, and she has to do the right thing. She's she's speaking with the Supreme Chancellor, and she can't make it seem like she is not. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be so much pressure just for her.
The courts take even longer to decide things than the Senate. Our people are dying, Senator. We must do something quickly to stop the Federation.
He's doing the manipulation. He's putting his mind tendrils, his little looks.
Something I cannot do.
Oh, he's so good. And
we will use all our resources to unravel this mystery. We will discover the identity of your attacker. May the Force be with you.
It's crazy. So they can't feel it, right? They can't feel that there's a Sith Lord in their very midst. In the comic, I think it's the comics or some of the books, I forgot which one, but Sidious put like a
virgins, you say?
Underneath the Jedi Temple, put this like force dampener, like this thing that blocked their ability to be able to see the dark side. And so they're literally clouded. They're literally blocked from seeing the dark side because of what Sidious did.
I don't presume to.
But you do.
revealed your opinion is.
If you know what I'm talking about, you know what to do. Leave a comment.
I'm on my way to the Jedi Temple to start my training, so I came to say goodbye.
Yeah, show her how it goes with you.
It's her. Annie, if only you knew.
The true rulers of the Republic and
She
on
looks
the
so sad
payroll of the
always.
Trade Federation. This is where Chancellor Valorum's strength will disappear.
Oh, he's so insidious.
I was not elected to watch my people suffer and die while you discuss this invasion in a committee. I suggest new leadership is needed.
He's like, good. Good. It's like, but I'm your friend.
You still have much to learn, my younger friend.
A ship? A ship. A speeder.
He's like, oh, he got them all right.
I miss her.
Afraid to lose her, I think.
What does that got to do with anything?
Everything.
Everything.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
That's so true, even in real life, man. When you path the pathways of hate, it always goes back to fear. You're afraid of something you don't know, then you're angry at that thing.
Senator Palpatine has been nominated to succeed Valorum as Supreme Chancellor.
A surprise, to be sure.
Not surprised at all. Lies. Because you're playing the whole time.
And corruption.
Who else has been nominated?
Bail Antilles of Alderaan and Ainley Teen.
Should have been Bale. It should have been.
I've decided to go back to Naboo.
To be realistic, they'll force you to sign the treaty.
My fate will be no different than that of our people. Captain.
Heck yeah!
Ready my ship.
Please, Your Majesty, stay here where it's safe.
I love he's like, please, no, don't go. Oh.
I pray you will bring sanity and compassion back to the Senate.
Only Star Wars can pull off the screen pans like that.
Go with the Queen to Naboo and discover the identity of this Dark Warrior. This is the clue we need to unravel the mystery of the Sith.
Mystery of the Sith. I wonder, when they were deciding names for this film, the Star Wars Episode 1 and the Mystery of the Sith. Like, maybe that gives it away. So the Phantom Menace, which they want you to believe is Darth Maul, but it's not. It's Darth Sidious. He's the Phantom Menace.
I don't want to be a problem.
You won't be, Annie. Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Gosh, she's so good. Qui-Gon's so great. His dedication to the Force is insane.
We would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to us, telling us the will of the Force. You'll hear them speaking to you.
A lot of people didn't when this first came out too, Anakin. Don't worry.
We have taken over the last pockets of primitive life form.
Primitive.
I will see to it that in the Senate, things stay as they are.
Mana.
And those two control the pitch.
You catch on pretty quick.
As soon as we land, the Federation will arrest you and force you to sign the treaty.
That's one of my her favorite of her outfits.
We have no army.
And I can only protect you.
Jar Jar Binks.
Isa, Your Highness?
Yes, sir. I very much enjoy the third act of this film. You're about to see why these are in the background, baby. Like, this is so... Like, look at this thing. Stinking mint condition. Collect them all, baby. Collect them all. That's not going to be fun to edit. I apologize. The Force is with you in the entire Star Wars collection. I had the Darth Maul. I think I only had the Darth Maul, actually. That was my favorite.
You, sir, all bombard.
We have searched you out because we wish to form an alliance.
Your Honor, I am Queen Amidala.
Huh?
My loyal bodyguard. I'm sorry for my deception, but it was necessary to protect myself.
Misa like this. Being friends.
Misa being friends.
There's a coming!
All right, they're here.
Ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Jar Jar bring Usen and the Naboo together. We shall make you Bombard General.
Bombard General.
General?
Once we're inside, we shouldn't have a problem.
There is a possibility with this diversion, many Gungans will be killed.
We are ready to do arson part.
Arson part.
We are sending all troops to meet this army assembling near the swamp.
This will work to our advantage.
I saw earlier, someone has like made a little walker like that. There's like this mechanized chair. Basically it has like all these little like feet at the bottom of it, and they just like walk like that. I was like, okay, that's too much like Star Wars. Those tanks are so cool. All the droid stuff is dope.
Open fire.
Pew, pew, pew.
Once we get inside, you find a safe place to hide and stay there.
Sure.
Stay there.
I thought the battle was going to take place far from here.
Annie, find cover.
I'll get in a ship, don't worry. It's time to shine, baby. That's such a bummer for that one guy who just got out of the the spaceport.
Fighters, straight ahead.
Roger, Bravo leader.
Honestly, that'd be terrifying. Just watching that come out of all those ships, it's like, oh no.
Ouch time.
Ouch time. Immediately as the fight starts, he's gone. Jeez, man.
My guess is the Viceroy's in the throne room.
Everybody this way.
Hey, wait for me.
Anakin, stay where you are. You'll be safe there.
Stay in that cockpit. What's cool is apparently these reactions are real. A lot of them.
We'll take the long way.
Like, apparently, a lot of people, the first time like he opens the doors and comes on set like this, they'd never seen him before. In person, anyway. They might have seen like pictures of him, costume pictures. But being in the presence of Darth Maul on set, or like people were just kind of like, I don't know what to do right now. This is creepy. And so like those reactions were kind of real, or authentic, I would say. Man. Duel of the Fates, one of the most iconic piece of music ever. Brave little kid. I can imagine being a part of this choir. It must have been so awesome. It must have felt so powerful singing this song. Y'all gotta understand, like as a kid, like not just as a kid, I'm sure adults at the time too, some adults anyway, seeing like a lightsaber duel like this was mind-blowing. So the only lightsaber fights we'd had were the ones we saw in the original trilogy. The, you know, the kind of more methodical, slower paced style.
This is tense! R2, get us off this autopilot!
I had one of those toys, the droid ship, where you could like flip the legs up or around so you could like have it stand. I love this part. I don't know what it is about this part. These little Gatling gun things. Oh, so cool. Gatling gun, what am I talking about? Grappling guns. So beautiful. Force jump. How do you think of the doors like this? I'd love to see an interview with him, or how they came up with these like timed doors. Yeah, the fight's pretty much over at this point.
Uh-oh, big boomer!
Happy little accident. Not his friend. Oh, his friend was trying to save him.
Put down your weapons. They win this round.
You gotta love Star Wars for the one-liners as well. Like that scene happens, like the only line is, "Put down your weapons. They've won this round."
Everything's overheated.
Rutro.
Oops, this is not good.
I love the odd calmness of a child in a pretty horrible situation. Oh, the stress right here, just watching his master fighting this dude by himself. Oh, I'd be so stressed out. Qui-Gon, no! Ugh. But what that death did was unleash one of the greatest Jedi, or unleash is not the right word, helped finalize one of the greatest Jedis in the history of the galaxy. Unlocked something inside Obi-Wan.
Your little insurrection, is that an...
Pretty much forced him to take a big old giant step up. Oh man, he comes out swinging. Oh, dude. Also, I'll wait till the end. After watching the Darth Maul Apprentice fan film, which again, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's so cool to see Darth Maul's face a massive Padawan combination before, and basically done the same thing. That's why he's so confident, why he's so calm, and why it's not bothering him. He's not stressed about fighting the two at once. He's done it before.
We didn't hit it.
Now this is pod racing.
One of the best lines in all of Star Wars. Now this is pod racing. Okay. Gosh, I love Star Wars! Don't try it. Got him! Pulled that Uno reverse card on him.
Is the chosen one.
Wonder how that would feel for Obi-Wan, right? In his dying moments. He talks about the boy. He doesn't talk about him and how much he loves him and how much it's been a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be his master or to train him or whatever. He talks about, no. In his last moments, dying in his, Padawan's arms. Obi-Wan holding him, probably wanting this kind of like, you know, moment with him. Talks about the boy.
Saved our people, Your Majesty. It's you who should be congratulated. Together, we shall bring peace and prosperity to the Republic.
What's crazy is he's so good at the manipulation, didn't even need him to be Chancellor. Star Wars has the best burial scenes. Or funeral scenes. They do. I mean, leave in the comments if you think there's a better film or franchises, better funeral scenes.
You will be a Jedi. I promise.
And an apprentice.
But which was destroyed? The master or the apprentice?
The true Phantom Menace. Oh, man! Oh, I love it! So good, baby! Star Wars wouldn't be complete without a celebration scene, baby. I hope they let him keep that costume. Bravo, George. Star Wars, man. Man, it's so good. It's so good. It's just so good every time we watch it. You love it so much. Yeah, I think watching this immediately after Darth Maul, the fan film. The fan film's even better now. I think it's very interesting. You can see, obviously, it sets up those two characters, but even just that last fight, the Duel of the Fates, means even a little bit more having watched what Maul went through in the fan film. So even if that's canon or not, I think it really informs the character more in ways you didn't even think it needed, which I think is really cool. Yeah. I'm super excited to continue this and do this over the next however many months it's going to take leading up to Ahsoka. Yeah, just to relive Star Wars in a way that I haven't yet, even as big of a fan as I am, and seen those threads go through as we watch through every single piece of Star Wars content that we are going to. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this reaction. Again, if there are other fan films that you want us to watch, put those in the comments. All the things I asked for in the comments. At 1,000 likes for the first two videos, I'd say I will dress up in my Jedi cosplay for New Hope. Yeah, and look forward to so much more Star Wars content on this channel for the months to come. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you want to see the full watch along, as always, you can go check out our Patreon and see all of our full-length, uncut, unedited reaction videos there. Again, hit like, subscribe, notification bell to get those notifications for new videos. And you will see me, the third installment of our Star Wars chronological order watch along as we watch Attack of the Clones. I look forward to seeing you there. And as always, may the Force be with you.